Hey everybody. So I kind of was getting away from doing contest entries, but I really liked one of the questions that Jesse had asked, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And I'll probably do one for Jimmy C too, because I liked one of his questions too. Excuse me. Nothing against anybody else. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I could do all of the contest entries videos, but then I don't know. I might. Anyway, cool. Okay. Awkward. Anyway, 5 questions from. Oh man, I just got home from work, and I got like some chest thing happening. But let's do this. This is for Jesse Simpson's 317 sub contest giveaway. Is what his video is called. 5 questions. Post nasal drip is a bitch. What new or relatively new, and I'm going to paraphrase the rest of these, series are you reading that you like a lot and would recommend? East to West is new. I would highly recommend that. I know a lot of people jumped off that book, and I can see why. Pick it up and trade. It's not for everybody, and I understand why it's not for everybody. It's kind of slow. Jonathan Hickman has taken his sweet-ass time getting to it, but you can totally tell that he has a plan, and he's headed in a particular direction, and I just want to see how the whole thing plays out, really. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm invested in the characters. I think that might have something to do with it. I'm into it. It's awesome. The Nick Dragato art is great. I love the colors. It's all good. But it has been like 4 months since there was one particular storyline in particular that I was interested in. Like, I was like, oh my god, I have to know what happens next. And that was like 4 months ago. So that if that's something that you're not necessarily into, like the super slow burn character development kind of thing, versus let's just all get together and punch all these other people in the face kind of deal, then don't pick it up. But if you're even remotely into it, the last issue, issue 23, was particularly good. You don't really need to know what was going on in issue 22 to get it, but, just if you're at the shop and they have a copy left, just pick it up and flip through it, and that's kind of what it is. But like I said, you don't need to know what happened in 22 to get it. You don't really need to know anything about it, really. It's just, you'll figure it out. It's good. Go read it. I liked it. Okay, paraphrasing his next question. He wants to know, do you work out? I don't really have a lot of time to do what I like to do as far as like physical exercise. I was. Up until probably 6 months ago, I was a long distance hiker. I did the John Muir Trail with my dad. It's 300 something miles. I used to walk probably 26 miles a day, 3 or 4 times a week, with like a 60-pound conditioning vest, that kind of thing. I liked it. Would just take the Walkman, or not the Walkman, but my iPod, and just go walk for 12 hours. It was cool. His next question is Luke evil? This is also paraphrasing Luke from like Star Wars. Do you hope he's evil? No, I hope Luke's not evil. I'm tired of all this shit where it's like the good guy becomes the bad guy. I don't, it worked in one movie, but let's just stop with it. I mean, it kind of seems like they're pumping that well dry, honestly. I mean, enough. Enough. Do you read regular books / novels? Yeah, I do. I'm a big, oh wow. Just completely drew a blank. Jose Saramago, he's one of my favorites. He's from Brazil. He's the guy that wrote Blindness. They made a movie out of that with Mark Ruffalo in it. And, what's that redhead chick? Julianne Moore. That was pretty good. The book's a lot better. Well, books are usually a lot better. I'm a big Tarzan fan. And I like Howard, the guy that wrote Conan. I really like his writing. All the pulp stuff from the 40s and 50s. I'm into that. I have everything that what's the guy's name? The guy that wrote Tarzan, I can't remember. I have all of his stuff on Kindle, and I have all of Howard's stuff on my Kindle. I mean, it's all, royalty free now, so you can just go get it. So that's cool. But he wanted to know what you're currently reading or anything coming out that you're excited about reading. Well, almost every day at work. I read a lot of cookbooks. Professionally, I'm a chef. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Anybody who's friends with me on Facebook knows, I'm guessing. I post a lot of pictures of my food on Facebook. Excuse me. But I read this a lot. This is a flavor Bible. It's not per se a cookbook, but this is like an indispensable kind of thing for me. It's a list of ingredients, and then it goes into like what goes with those ingredients. So it's like a flavor. It's like this is a sommelier guide for food. So it's kind of cool. So I'll just flip open a page. Let's see, fennel, one of my favorites. So then it goes into like, there's a list of stuff. Where is it? Right here. Fennel. There's a list of stuff. Can you see it? Right, okay. There's a list of stuff that goes with fennel. So, let's say I'm working on a special for the weekend or whatever. And I have a bunch of fennel in the fridge. Or I usually start with the protein that we have a lot of, because we tend to hoard some stuff protein-wise in the freezer. So I'll just work through what we have rather than order something in particular in, just to keep inventory down. And it's a little bit more enjoyable for me. It's like if you work with limitations, then it seems like there's more creativity in it, like finding ways to revamp something. Especially since if we have it in the freezer, it's something that we've done before. So you can't do it the way you did it before. So you have to reinvent the wheel versus sitting down and just making like a wish list. Okay, we're going to do like veal cheeks. And what goes great with veal cheeks? This. Okay, and this and this and this and this. Okay, we're going to take 4 days to cook the veal cheeks. So we're going to order them on Wednesday so they're here on Friday so they can be ready Wednesday so we can serve them on Friday. That kind of thing. And I don't know. You have people that come in and do like course dinners, like plated stuff for like wine tastings and what have you, and you have like weeks and weeks and weeks to like tweak the menu and and you have this master plan and how you're going to execute doing 30 plates of the same thing and 12 courses in like 2.5 hours, and that's fun, but it's more fun like you just walk in the freezer and go, okay, we're going to do this. What goes with that? And this sometimes helps. So yeah, this is a really cool book. I picked this up off of Amazon. No, I got it off eBay. It's funny, like every kitchen I've worked in since forever, there's been a copy of this floating around there somewhere. It's cool. It's not a cookbook, so there's no recipes in here. It's just a list of ingredients that go with other ingredients. But I love this book. It's awesome. What's this? Yeah, that's the dessert special we're doing. We did corn pudding with, because we got a bunch of corn. So my boss is like, use corn. Cool. He didn't tell me to do dessert. I just did the dessert. We did a corn pudding with these cornmeal twills. It's like a cookie that's really thin. It's like lattice. You hold it up to the light and you can see through it. And then we did like this cornbread crumble thing with like brown butter. So good. It's good stuff in like a apple gelée, which is like a jelly. I posted pictures. And candied cranberries. It's awesome. We didn't sell one of them. But anyway, doesn't matter. His fifth question. Wow, I talked about that book for a long time. I like to talk about food. There's two things I really like to talk about. I really like to talk about comic books, and I really like to talk about food. His last question is, what video games are you currently playing? Battlefield, like Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, like old school, like Xbox, not even like 360. I'm still playing that one. I finally broke down a couple weeks ago, and I got the one for 360, because I don't have an Xbox or an Xbone or a PS4. I think I might be getting one of those for Christmas because I was excited about the new Star Wars Battlefront, but there's no single-player campaign, and that was one of my favorite things about the game, so now I don't know how into it I am. But and I'm also playing the Marvel Lego game on the Wii U. So yeah, that's it. Cool beans. If you guys aren't subscribed to Jesse, and I don't know why you wouldn't be. He's a pretty cool dude. Laid back. He does good reviews. He does a bunch of like pop vinyl stuff and some toys, and he's from Canada, so he's awesome. So you should check him out. Nice guy. Anyway, cool. That's me. Congrats on the subs, man. 317. That's crazy. I'm kind of floundering at like 2 something. But right on. Not about me. About you. You're awesome. Alright. Thanks for watching. You guys have a nice day.